All I can say is good luck.
Right? Okay. So that was completely odd for me because that's never happened. It's happened some of the other hosts that I work with at times and quite often actually. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, you hadn't even gotten the part out that you wanted to get out completely. Holy moly! Okay, so let's start at where we were talking about. This isn't even the strangest part of your entire um, journey that day, correct?
Yes.
Right.
So just yeah, just go ahead. The floor is yours for now.
Okay. Well, as I was starting to say and correct myself, before we had started this journey, we had gone to a veterinary clinic to see about me getting wanded for possibly being chipped. Now, since I was about 4 years old, I've had a very odd V at the top of my thigh, and you can feel it with your fingertips. So it's definitely, got a little bit of indentation and whatnot. And it's never changed color. It's still the same as it was when I was 4. Anyways, so I said to Kristen, I said, maybe I should go get checked and see if we can wand me and see if I have any chips in me. So we go to this one veterinary office, and the woman starts scanning me. And it went off 3 separate times in 3 separate areas. And when I looked at Kristen asked the lady.
Well, I asked her, she said there's no American chips, or there's nothing, there's no American produced chips that, that's there.
And we thought that was kind of strange because, and I think I asked her, or Kristen asked her, gee, is that supposed to go off like that? And the answer was no. So I'm like, okay, well, we got to go back to another vet and get this checked out. Because I said, if that thing went off 3 times, I want to know so I can get them removed. So that day, when we started our journey, we stopped at this veterinary's office, and they didn't have a wand. The guy started
in Lake City.
City, and the guy started telling us all this information about NFCs, and he was kind of attuned to everything, so it was kind of almost a relief to be talking to him. Anyway, so they didn't have a wand. I'm like, okay, no problem. Well, we got to get this checked out. Well, to make a long story short, we went to 2 more veterinary clinics.
Yeah, next
day, and there's nothing there, nothing that's showing up. So we think that it was that the chips were deactivated during this journey we took.
Deactivated or
removed, one or the other. So at this point, I still have them in, or they removed them or something.
Well, has anything changed in the V? Has anything changed in that mark that's on you?
No, not yet. Just that very hour and a half that we kind of, lost. And like I said, it was just so weird because it kept saying, go to, we kept seeing signs to Cape Space Kennedy, Kennedy Space Center. And the only thing I can think of is that in that time period, they were either deactivated or removed. And I don't know what to think at this point.
Well, when they ran the wand over you the first time, they showed up. And
yes.
And that was during all this that was going on with the GPS and the phones and all that, correct?
Right. The first time that we ran the wand over her body
was 2 days before.
It was prior to us going through this whole loop or vortex, or I really, that's the bad part. I don't know what the hell happened. And then afterwards, because we were talking about going to the vet the very next day, and then all of a sudden,
It went crazy.
yeah, the whole system crashed.
Yep.
Don't know how.
Just like mine did. That's crazy.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense. And when we tried to retrace our steps, we couldn't do it today. Pulled
Yeah.
out a couple maps and I could not do it. I tried and I could not do it. And just like I said, an hour and a half going through this, just a couple miles. It was crazy. And I mean, I feel no different. And
Basically,
I don't know.
we lost an hour and a half in some way, some form. It's gone, because there's no way for us to go from Cocoa Beach to Melbourne in 5 minutes. There's no way.
No, that's a really long way.
Yes. Well, it's
It's
not.
probably about 50 miles, 50 or 60 miles.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you'd have to have a Bugatti to do that.
We totally lost time, and that's not. That has never happened to me before, ever. And the dog was like,
You couldn't do that in the fastest car produced.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that's insane.
Exactly.
and we're not. And here's the thing, we were both very sober at the time that this crap happened, and I'm like, okay, so we're in a loop. We don't know where we're going. I thought we were going north when we should have been going south, and the ocean was on the right hand side, which it should never have been. It should have been on the left hand side. It was
Right.
the weirdest thing I have ever been through in my entire freaking life. And trust me, I've been through some weird shit.
Yeah, it's just it is odd to say the least.
Yeah.
That is extremely putting it very mildly.
I've been through something like this in the past, but not to this degree. Not to this degree.
I've been through a lot of weird things in my life, but and I've even had experiences not similar, not quite as similar to this, but I did have an instance in which I had some missing time and a lot of miles in between.
This is the first time this has ever happened to me. The first time. And it's very odd for me, because I'm not that type of person. I really am like a very grounded person. And so for this to happen, it was like, okay, hang on. We just went from Cocoa to Melbourne in 5 minutes. Are you kidding me?
And that was after the hour and a half loss.
Right.
Right. Yeah, it's an amazing story, and the way that it happened, and just all of the idiosyncrasies that happened within it. Not knowing your directions, and I mean, it's a road.
Yeah.
There's signs, and how do you miss all that? How do you miss all that?
Wait, I have always been good with directions. I mean, like literally, especially with the job that I was in, I always knew north, south, east, west. We were going supposedly south, but the waters on the right-hand side, which made no sense to me. And then on top of that, we were going uphill the entire freaking time.
Oh, yeah.
Uphill.
Yep.
We're
Yeah,
in
and
Florida.
there's
It
no
doesn't-
uphill.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Wow, thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I at one point I looked at Kristen and I said, "We're going uphill," and she looked and she goes, "No." I said, "Yeah, we are. We really are." Except for maybe like a little down swoop every once in a while, which wasn't much. Lily, it was just not like an up a hill, but it was like an incline, and we were
But
going
we're in
upward.
South Florida. That
I
doesn't
know.
happen.
I know. It didn't make any sense, and I kept saying, "We're going uphill."
No, we're not.
No, it's all
So,
your
yeah.
imagination.
Yeah, exactly.
But and see, this is where the oddities come in. You know, they say that a lot of weird things happen all over the world, like floating cities and things like that. And they say that it's just a mass hallucination. And I tend to be one of those people that say, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in the mass hallucination. If 1,000 people saw the same thing, that's what it was.
Yep. Yeah. And you know, if I had told somebody this without having someone with me to witness the whole thing, people wouldn't believe it. Because it's just
You might
bizarre.
not believe yourself.
Yeah.
You might question your own sanity.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, okay, am I all right? I didn't think we were going to get home. I looked at Kristen and I said, we're never going to get home. But finally at 9:30, we arrived.
Which is way
Yeah.
later than we have.
Maybe it was a vortex of some kind. Maybe it was maybe you were trapped in that time frame so that maybe it is that you did in fact stumble upon something that you weren't supposed to, and so that had to be fixed.
And we were talking about that because so
And I apologize, I have the sniffles and I have had a head cold for the last couple of days, so if you hear me sniffing, it's not because I've been doing cocaine. I don't do that. So
well, sorry, whatever.
I don't know Bill Clinton or any of his friends. So
No, in the process of us getting to where we were supposed to go, we passed a tower. And the tower it said Coco on it, and the tower was literally, from what I remember, it was a white brick tower, almost like, on a castle, right? Had the little squares on top, right? Can't find it anywhere. So I don't know if we were shifted to another dimension. I know that sounds completely and totally crazy, but I don't know. I don't know if we were shifted there and then shifted back or whatever happened, but we never passed over a body of water that would put us in the place where we could see, like, State Road 284. It was like the most weird thing. I have Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is bad enough. Guillain-Barré syndrome is it's a disease where it attacks your immune system and you can't feel anything and you get paralyzed and all that kind of stuff. No, not as weird as the shit I just went through.
right. Well, and science has said for a very long time that our reality is an illusion. It simply is. It's
Right.
It's an illusion. We see we believe what we see, but what we see isn't really real.
Right.
And there's alternate universes and alternate realities and this this fabric of time and space that is elusive, yet somehow has through the ages, if you believe what people like Giorgio Tsoukalos or some of the other ancient alien theorists, if you believe what they say, then these dimensional rifts have been here for tens of thousands, if not for hundreds of thousands of years, and that privileged people in the past have been able to use them.
Well, if you go back and look at the Mandela effect
Absolutely.
that I've been doing, trust me when I tell you, I totally, I'm totally embracing that. There's something that went on, especially with this last, with Diane and I actually going down the highway. Something happened. There was a shift or something along those lines. They may have shifted us into another timeline and then back into this timeline. I really don't know.
Sure, because it said Cocoa, not Cocoa Beach, correct?
Right.
Right. Just Coco in big letters.
And it wasn't. We went back to try to find the quote unquote that we had seen. That was a solid tower that was white brick and actually had the words Coco on it, and we cannot find it anywhere. And I'm not crazy. Diane's not crazy. Not at all.
My mother had me.
Her mother had her tested.
It's a joke.
No, I really do believe in all of that. I know that things.
Oh my God, that is so cool.
Oh, hi. No, I know that I remember things from my childhood, and I've talked pretty extensively about the Mandela effect with a few other people, and there are several, not just one or two, but several things that I remember from my childhood that have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And most recently, like Forrest Gump or Star Wars, or and all of this actually has transpired since Mandela, since they announced that Mandela was dead in prison, and I remember that. I was young, but I remember that it was a very big deal. And then suddenly he's alive again, and it's unnerving, and it makes people question their sanity. But I think that's part of a plot.
Yeah.
I did have somebody ask me if this was part of Revelations and the dead will rise, or that kind of stuff. I'm like, you know what? I honestly don't know. All I know is that stuff is changing, and we have things that. Okay, so in part of Revelations it says it does say that mountains and islands will move out of their places, which, if you look at what's happening with the Mandela effect, they have definitely moved out of the places.
Yes.
It's not, it's just not the same as what I remember. So I don't know. It's one of those things where you kind of have to, go from what Bible prophecy says. Me too. Bible. All right.
It's okay.
Sorry. Yeah. No, I know. Sorry. Shouldn't have drank so much wine. But anyway, and just kind of go from there and look at it from a standpoint where, wow, this is kind of, this says this is what's going on. It's not wrong. Bible prophecy is definitely not wrong. But where do we go from here? So that's just me. Take it away, Damien.
Awesome. Are you there?
Mm.
Go on.
I'm hungry.
I'm tired.
I'm hungry and tired.
Hmm?
I'm hungry and tired. Hungry first.
I'm in second. We lost me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You said again. Ask him, what do you want to do? The cat was cracking me up.
Right?
Did you see the cat? Like,
Going jack on, fuck them back.
Huh?
In other words, he's not giving up.
okay.
Going back on. You wanna have one? You wanna? Natasha. Oh, come on. Good girl. You relaxing? Huh? Good girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What was that?
Burping.
Oh, God, that actually smells horrible.
So what do you want? Hot pocket or easy?
Whatever it's easy.
Yep. No.
Natasha almost fell over. on the towel.
Is it beautiful? Balance between Austria and Switzerland. Knife right over the top if you don't know where you're going. Rose could have gone with him. Will never be one of them. I remember our classes because of the cold.
Hey, I guess we're back. That was fucking weird.
Do you want me to get the girls back in here for you?
Hey, yes, please.
No problem.
Holy fuck. Wow. This is the craziest shit because this has never happened to me once, let alone twice in the same night. Absolutely insane. See, look at that. I don't know what that is. I was going to rejoin or something. I don't know. But at least here we are. We're back on the air. Wow. Twice in the same night. Can you imagine that? I can't. I mean, if any of my viewers or my regular viewers are watching, they can tell you that that has never happened. I've done 8-hour shows. I did 8-hour shows for 32 hours straight one weekend, and never did I get cut off, kicked off, anything. But then again, we weren't really talking about this kind of subject matter. So you can see how sensitive some of this is. I mean, I have a top-notch computer. I don't have any issues with it whatsoever. Never. So
I just messaged them for you. I'm going to stay on just in case it happens again. That way you'll stay on the air.
that sounds good. Thank you, Lori.
Okay. No problem.
How, what do you think of all this? Isn't this insane?
Yeah, this is absolutely insane. You sent me that picture. I've never seen anything like that.
Oh, she's trying to call me. And she can't call me. A new device accessed my account. Yes. Okay, so it's telling me you logged in.
Yeah, that would be me.
Yes. So, well, it wasn't me, but yes, it was me. All right. So she's trying to get a hold of me now. And, let me message her. And did you send it to her Hangout or Messenger or what?
I, s-
Say what now?
I sent it to her Facebook.
Okay.
She's seen it, so she should be coming in.
Okay. Well, it may not let her, and if not, then I will send you her email, which is how I've actually been, get it in Hangouts.
Yeah, send me her. Yeah, her email's way up on our message feed.
No, I have it. I'll just copy it and send it to you. Because I was having problems getting her in earlier, so I had her send her email to me.
Okay.
Because that was just the easiest way to do it. I will copy that. And,
Actually, I'm still in your account, so let me just resend it.
okay. And I'm gonna paste it. Well, that's actually how I did it. I just sent it to your messenger. Isn't technology freaking awesome? And a bitch at the same time. Oh yeah, by the way, folks, this is not a show for children. It will never be a show for children. If you are offended by anything, don't listen to my show.
I'm actually going to be talking to Jeff Norton tomorrow night on the technical issues going on, also with the fake news. So
Yeah, you're sounding real robot-y tonight too.
yeah, that's why I'm just going to stay in the background and I'll just run your feed. That way, if you go out again, you won't have to cut it out.
I sent you her email, and if you want to send it to Hangouts just use her email in the Hangout, in the invite box.
Gotcha. I'll do it right now.
And at first, it wouldn't even let me invite. I might be able to invite.
It's saying that they're having issues with connecting to Hangout.
Of course they are. Of course they are. Which is why I'm going to do this. And I'm going to put some more firewalls up. I know just the person to talk to. Because I don't like this happening to me. And I have ways of warding against all of this. And I have the terabytes to use. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to reconnect. I don't know if it's going to let me.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Really crazy tonight. This has never ever happened. Oh, I got her thing. Maybe I can actually invite her from here and it'll be okay. This is going to be, oh no, we're still on the first or the second feed, aren't we? Whew,
Yes, I jumped into it before it went out.
that's awesome. Oh, I'm watching the Twin Towers blow up on my other screen. Hate seeing that. Oh, come on. Okay, copy. Copy. Oh, this is kind of crazy, people. Like I said, this has never been an issue. Never been an issue ever. All right, there's Kristen. Hey, there you are. Wow.
About damn time.
Yeah, that was a nice little break.
Wow. Well, I don't know. Obviously, we're talking about something that should be talked about.
Apparently not.
I think so. Well, when law enforcement officers and military personnel and things like that start substantiating these claims or even have their own experiences, such as in Mendelssohn Forest and other like Admiral Byrd. Admiral Byrd, he
Right.
says he went into the inner earth. And when military personnel, high-ranking military personnel, police officers, and other people who are in the who are in the know, who are public entities, start having these experiences and talking about them, they don't like it.
No.
Because it gives credence to it. And they want us to be a bunch of sheep. And that's what it really amounts to. They want us to believe what they want us to believe. They want us to believe that Pizzagate's not real. They want us to believe that that Russia hacked our elections. Everyone knows that 90% of America voted for Trump.
Right.
And I don't feel bad for Hillary at all because she's a dirty, rotten piece of scum. I see you, or I see your arm anyway.
Hi.
You see my pool area.
I see darkness. That's what I see. If I turn this light off, that's what you'll see too. Darkness. You might see my white Nike hat. The white Nike thing on my hat, maybe. I don't know.
There you go.
It looks fuzzy now. It looks like I'm in Poltergeist.
There we go.
But yay! At least we're touching a nerve somewhere,
Yeah, for sure.
And if it touches a nerve there, then imagine what the people think. It's just it's ludicrous to think that
Are you there?
yes, I am. It's ludicrous to think that people are not in the know. When people are in the know, I mean, millions of people have seen things they can't explain, or been part of things they can't explain, and this just furthers that, and it's really ironic that's happening to someone that that's within my circle, you know, because
Yep.
last week we were at a show and this hadn't happened yet, and it was like, hey, but now it's at the forefront of your mind because you experienced something that by all by all explanation cannot be explained.
Yeah, and you've seen, I showed you the pictures of the face in the sky.
You did, yep, and of the what you believe to be the incision mark or the placement mark of the chip that was put inside you, or one of
Right.
them anyway.
Right. Well, I just hope when I have my MRI coming up that it doesn't suck it out.
Well, and I've happened to have seen you were talking about the doctor that removes them, and I've actually seen footage of things that he's removed, and they look very similar to the mark on your skin.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is going to work or not, but